This is not where we hoped we'd be at this point in 2021. The pandemic has caused so much hardship across the country, and it's brought into the light the inequalities and gaps that already existed.
But one thing the pandemic has given us is a chance to see who's really making change happen where it matters. Who's plugged into their communities, who listens and is willing to muck in to give people the support that they need.
Councils led by Greens have been making tough decisions during this crisis by doing just that, listening to the experts and to the science, and doing what's best for the people they represent.
In Brighton and Hove, we stand with our communities and want to protect our NHS. In the absence of government action, we were the first council to advise moving to online learning this January. Listening to teachers' unions and the public health evidence, our priority is keeping our community as safe as possible.
Greens have a plan to protect those who have fallen through the gaps of the government's financial support packages.
In York, Greens have successfully got our council to push the government into looking at a universal basic income. In this city, I've seen more and more people using food aid because the social security system is unfair and complex. A universal basic income would give every resident a guaranteed unconditional payment, and that financial safety net is what everyone should have.
Greens are pushing for help and protection for the people most in need.
It's heartbreaking that so many people are living on the streets, especially with a surge in youth homelessness. No one should have to sleep without a roof above their head. I'm so proud of the work that the Greens are doing on the London Assembly to call on the Mayor to put specific funding into making sure that every young person has the dignity they deserve.
And Greens are supporting children who are being left behind.
In Kirklees, Green councillors saw that younger pupils were missing out on vital IT equipment that would enable them to learn from home. They weren't being helped by government or council schemes, so we stepped in to help using our local budgets.
And through all this, Green teams around the country have continued to think about what's next. Once we get to the other side of this pandemic, what lessons will we hold on to? How will we get to work? What will our homes be like? How can we create high streets that thrive?
Here in Bristol, we've successfully contributed to make homes warmer and cheaper to run through a housing retrofitting scheme. It means savings on heating bills for residents and links into our aspirations to make Bristol carbon neutral.
In Herefordshire, we're part of a three-way coalition that's cancelled a proposed bypass, and instead we're investing seriously in sustainable transport. We're building a network of new cycle lanes, we've expanded our bike share scheme, and we're planning a big boost to buses, including a free city centre electric hopper bus.
Greens are supporting their communities, working with them to reduce the impact of this pandemic and laying the groundwork for what comes next.
Greens are looking ahead, planning for the future and leading in our communities to build power and resilience. We know if we keep working hard and supporting each other, we can have a bright future.